Does your dog actually see you as their parent? You love them like your own. That part's obvious. But what does your dog think you are? Not what you want them to think. What they actually believe, deep in their biology, in the way their nervous system is wired, in the behaviors they show you every single day, without ever meaning to. The answer isn't in the big moments. It's in the quiet ones, the ones you walk right past without realizing what they mean. Here are 7 of them. And once you know what you're looking at, you'll never see your dog the same way again. Welcome to Canine Brain. 1. They follow you to the bathroom. You get up. They get up. You walk down the hall. They're right behind you. You close the door, and for the next 3 minutes, there's a nose pressed against the gap at the bottom, like a tiny, furry private investigator who absolutely cannot let this case go unsupervised. Most owners laugh it off as clinginess. Some find it a little annoying. But what your dog is actually doing in that moment is one of the clearest parental bonding behaviors in the entire animal kingdom. Puppies in the wild don't leave their mother's side. Not because they're trained to stay close, because their survival depends on it. That instinct, stay near the one who keeps you safe, never let them out of sight, doesn't disappear when they grow up, it just transfers to you. Think about that. Your dog isn't following you because they're needy. They're following you because somewhere in their biology, you are the person their whole system is built around. Losing sight of you, even for 3 minutes, feels like something they're not supposed to let happen. That's not a quirk. That's parental attachment. You just can't see it because you're too busy trying to get 2 minutes alone. And there's a moment we'll get to later, when your dog is completely calm, completely safe, where they show this same bond in the most honest way possible, without even being awake to do it. 2. They run to you when something frightens them. A door slams, a car backfires. Thunder rolls in from nowhere. Watch what your dog does in the half-second after. Some dogs bark, some freeze, some bolt. But if yours turns and looks directly at you first, before they react, before they decide how to feel about it, that's not fear. That's a child looking at their parent to figure out whether they should be afraid. Researchers at the Budapest Family Dog Project found that dogs use something called social referencing, the exact same behavior human toddlers use when they encounter something new or frightening. They don't react first. They check your face first. They read your expression to decide whether the world is safe or not, and they only do this with the person they trust the most. In a moment of pure instinct, when everything in your dog's body is screaming react, their brain sends one signal before anything else: find them, make sure they're there, check their face. That's not training, that's a bond so deep it hijacks the fear response and puts you in the middle of it. 3. They drop their favorite toy at your feet and just wait. Not every time. Not when they're bouncing and nudging and doing laps around the living room. That's play. I'm talking about the other version. The one where your dog walks over slowly, places their toy down in front of you, and just sits there. No barking, no bouncing. They just look at you. Most owners reach for it and throw it, but watch more carefully next time. Because sometimes that's not a request, it's an offering. Dogs are naturally possessive of the things that matter to them. Their favorite toy, the one they carry everywhere, sleep with, guard from other dogs, that object means something. And when they take that thing and place it at your feet without asking for anything back, behavioral experts say that goes back to something deeply rooted in pack dynamics. Bringing something of value to another member of the group is a sign of trust and loyalty that runs back thousands of years. Your dog isn't asking you to throw it. They're giving it to you, because to them, what belongs to them belongs to you too. Next time it happens, don't throw it right away. Just look at them for a second, because your dog just handed you the most valuable thing they own. 4. They come to you when you're upset, even when you haven't made a sound. You're not calling them. You're just sitting there quietly falling apart a little, and your dog walks in, crosses the room, and presses their whole body against you. How did they know? Your cortisol has a scent. Your heart rate changes. Your breathing shifts in ways you don't notice, but your dog absolutely does. Before your face changes, before you say a word, your body has already broadcast that something is wrong. And your dog responded. A study from the University of London confirmed that dogs approach humans in distress significantly more than humans who are calm, and do it specifically with the person they're most bonded to. Not because they were trained to, because the drive to respond to you is so deep it functions more like instinct than behavior. They couldn't explain what's wrong, they couldn't fix it, so they brought themselves. And sometimes that's the most parental thing anyone can do. And this connects to something that happens at a very specific moment every day. One most owners never connect to bonding at all. That's coming up in sign 6. 5. They push into your personal space for no reason. You're working. You're watching something. You're just sitting there existing, and your dog shoves their head under your arm, or leans their full body weight against your legs, or somehow wedges themselves between you and the back of the couch like they're attempting a furniture merger. You didn't call them. They don't need food. They don't need to go outside. They just needed to be touching you. Research from the University of Lincoln found that this kind of voluntary, non-solicited physical contact, a dog pressing against a specific person when they have no practical reason to, is one of the strongest behavioral indicators of attachment in dogs, and it's consistently directed toward the person they're most bonded to over others in the same household. Not the warmest spot in the room, not the nearest person. You, that lean, that shove, that inexplicable need to be in contact with you right now, that's your dog's nervous system choosing you. Not because you did anything, because you're the thing that makes sense to them. 6. They eat more calmly when you're nearby. This one surprises most people, not because it's dramatic, because it's so ordinary, you've probably never thought twice about it. Have you noticed that your dog eats better when you're in the room? Less distracted, more settled, finishes the bowl? And on days when you leave early and they eat alone, they leave some behind or barely touch it. In your dog's ancestral biology, eating is one of the most vulnerable things an animal can do. Your head is down. Your awareness narrows. You can be caught off guard. In the wild, animals only eat in the open near individuals they trusted completely, the ones whose presence told their nervous system it was safe to be vulnerable. Studies on canine feeding behavior show that dogs eat more slowly, more completely, and with measurably lower stress when their bonded owner is present, compared to eating alone or near a stranger. Your dog trusts you with their most defenseless moment. Every single meal, they chose to be that exposed right in front of you, because your presence is what makes it feel safe. 7. They fall asleep facing you. This is the one I planted at the beginning. The one that happens every single night in your home and means more than almost anything else on this list. Your dog is completely relaxed, guard fully down, every instinct that keeps them alert, that watches for threats, that tells them to stay ready, all of it gone, and in that moment, the direction they face is not random. Dogs position themselves during sleep based on what matters most to them. Some face the door because they're guarding it. Some curl toward a wall because it feels protected. But if your dog consistently falls asleep with their face toward you, not pressed against you, not draped over you, just turned toward you, that's something different. Because here's the thing about sleep. Fear is loud. Greeting you at the door is loud. Running to you when something scares them, that's loud too. But this is silent. Your dog doesn't need anything from you in this moment. They're not asking for food or a walk or attention. They're asleep. And even then, in a state where they have no conscious control over what they do, their body still turns toward you. That's not training. That's not habit. That's a bond so deep it doesn't even need them to be awake to show itself. So tonight, after everything else in this video, when your dog drifts off, look at which way they're facing. If it's you, you already know. You're not just their owner, you're their parent, and they've been showing you that every single day. If this changed something for you, share it with someone whose dog has been telling them the same thing. Subscribe to Canine Brain. Every week we go deeper into what your dog has been trying to say all along.